Welcome back, everyone. Brett with the initial kill in connector. Give me just a moment here fixing the audio. Looks like we should be good now. BHOP moving down through the connector stairs, headed towards short. Actually, a 3-2 split at the B site. BHOP still with the man advantage, but Hex evening things out from CT Halls. BK able to trade back, but it's Walco and Shake combining for 3 headshots. Walco able to get that final headshot at the B site as well, and it was just a barrage of accurate USP fire there at the B side. BHOP just ultimately not able to get the bomb planted as planned. BHOP going straight for that force by 4 Desert Eagles. Brett on the MAC-10. Will it be enough? There's a single A1S here on the CT side. Some SMGs, and it's Wiz able to get that initial pick as he pushes up all the way towards Fountain. He's now fallen back into connector. Beaky lurking in lower connector again, and it's a 1D for Beaky once more. Still man advantage here for doing fun. Hex tagged down just a single HP. Over there at the B side, Walco tagged low at short as well, surviving with just 15 health there. Beaky now rotating back over to the B site to meet up with Brett. Bomb still in connector, but it looks like BHOP does want to move this towards the B site overall. Brett leading the way through the main tunnel. He had a great chance to take down Shake, but just a fraction of a second too late. Silas and Beaky still able to get picks on site. Beaky's was a trade after Brett was stopped near Monster. Silas does get the bomb planted to the B default 2v2 situation. Walco peeking from heaven, and it's a perfect spam through the smoke. Some godlike intuition there from Walco through the smoke, and it's Spongy getting the final kill from Monster into short. And as Beaky falls next to Sandbags, doing fun, goes up by 5 rounds. BHOP finds themselves in a very, very tough position here. It looks like Silas will buy up an AK this round, even though this is going to be a majority eco here for the T side. Some upgraded pistols being bought by BHOP here as well. All 5 BHOP players are grouped up outside of the B tunnels. Hex has no idea. He starts spamming a bit, falls back, but BHOP now pushing in, led by Beaky, flashes out from CX, but Hex still coming up with the initial stop. Silas gonna trade back for 2. Nice headshot into heaven, takes down Spongy and Water as well, and the hat trick from Silas gets BHOP onto the site, but Wiz gonna trade back for 2 from heaven. Walco exiting the CT halls to pick Brett, and somehow it's man advantage for doing fun. It's only CX remaining for BHOP. He does still have most of his health, but not for long, as Walco pushes out from the CT halls to get that final kill needed for the Carpe DM Pug. They're now up by 6, and it appears a timeout has been taken here by BHOP. BHOP is going to be on a proper rifle buy here. After a somewhat brief timeout, live play is resuming. BHOP with no op here. Wiz still opting for the CT side. Definitely nothing gonna come easy here for BHOP. Austin quickly making his way towards short, but Hex was ready. Picks him from barrels. Brett looking for redemption, and Brett with a close range reaction headshot onto Spongy. That got pretty spicy, but ultimately Hexed in Shake, trading back at the B site. Beaky able to take down Walco at connector exit, and that does bring us to a balanced 2-on-2 here. Bomb not planted. Minute 5 on the clock. BHOP still lurking at the B site, but they have options. Obviously, it looks like they're still going to try to plant B, but it's Wiz picking the bomb carrier, CX there from Heaven. Beaky looking to recoup that bomb. Very dangerous position. But Beaky had enough intuition to know that Heaven ultimately was cleared there, and it was. Beaky dropping the smoke on site. Will he get this plant? He does get the bomb planted. Could he clutch this? Kills Shake in water 1v1 situation. Wiz wrapping it side, but it's Beaky. Wow! On the peak from Monster, comes up with that headshot that BHOP needed in clutch time. Whew! Brody Kelly bringing a 7th round to BHOP Esports, but they do need quite a bit more than that to get back into this and ultimately potentially overtake. Doing fun on a full force buy here, but it's with only a single rifle. A couple deagles and 2 5.7s to fill out the CT lineup, and BHOP definitely needs to take advantage of that fact. Walco pushed all the way up by Fountain. He's got the bomb down. Bit of a heartbreaker there for CX. I believe he had either a flash or a smoke in his hand. Silas does eventually get redemption onto Walco near Fountain. There's still a lot of time remaining here. BHOP still with options. BHOP continuing to get closer to a B push here, and it is a B commit. Spongy and Wiz holding off the push, though. X able to pick off Beaky as well. Silas low on health. Wiz gonna take care of him with the Galil through the water tunnel. Fun now up 13-7. BHOP with a full buy here, rolling with 2 AKs, 2 deagles. Brett on the Tech 9. And this type of buy shows you just how much of a crunch BHOP is in here. They know they need the rounds, but they knew they weren't going to be able to get a full proper buy in here, but they still went for what they could. BHOP advancing towards the A site ever gradually. Walco, clean peek there from Bathrooms long side. It looks like he should have been able to kill Silas, doesn't, and instead Silas 1D Shake past the flower wall. That was a pretty wild interaction. We're actually left in a 3v3. Walco eventually did put down Shake at long. Spongy able to get a pick there over near the connector exit. Leaves us in a 2v2. All players a bit damaged here with the exception of Hext on the CT side. CX looking to pick up that bomb at short. He's now headed to A with it. Austin very low on health there. Near truck side of sight, but Hex gonna put down both him and CX. Some nice AK transfer there from Hex. Secures the defuse, doing fun. Able to grab a 14th round, and BHOP does have money for rifles again, just barely, but they'd essentially need to win out from this point if they're going to stay in this map. And that might be just too tall of a task here this late in the game. It definitely would expend a lot of energy, too. Not saying that BHOP shouldn't go for it, not saying they shouldn't try to send it here, but just pointing out the optics of how things would look going into map 2. Wiz and Walco, each able to get a pick here at Fountain and Short. And that's really going to put a damper on BHOP's plans. Walco still pushed up all the way at a playground and finds another pick there. Beaky with a pick there from connector exit, then tagged low. BHOP left in a 2v4, 45 on the clock. Was able to fend off Brett at the front of the A site. Beaky has been spotted there at short, put down by Walco. Doing fun has brought this to map point. And it does look like we'll be headed to Vertigo here shortly. With Doing Fun up 1-0. I think against a slightly lesser opponent, BHOP could potentially pull off 8 rounds in a row, but against a Carpe Diem / BNB pug here, that's seemingly just going to be too difficult. CX already picked off at the B site. You never say never, but it's a pretty stacked lineup here on the Doing Fun side. It'd be hard to imagine them giving up 8 rounds to go to OT here. Wiz! Ugh. Beautiful reaction there. Love how he raised the crosshair just a bit before registering the kill. Silas eventually getting redemption onto Wiz there in connector, but there's only 2 remaining for the BHOP side. Hext eventually able to spam Brett through the B plywood. Silas able to take down 1 more here at the B water. Does recover the C4, but 3 CTs still alive. Silas trying to flash into the B side, but it's Spongy getting that final kill there at B, and Doing Fun has secured the W here on map 1. BHOP kept things relatively close there in the first half, but ultimately were not able to kind of execute and get the trades needed there in the second half. And so we do head to BHOP's pick of Vertigo. I do think they could have much better fortunes there, but again, nothing going to come easy here for the BHOP side. As I just mentioned a moment ago, this Doing Fun roster is extremely stacked, but we'll be back in just a few minutes to see how map 2 plays out.
We laugh always stuff we try not to talk about. Still your smile keep on heating up the climate, and all the blood to